What's up, guys? So today we got our yoke right here for the back of our transmission. Now we got to figure out how we're going to adapt it to this Suzuki Samurai transfer case, this divorce transfer case. We got to go to that input there of the transfer case, and that'll put power and divide it down to our front and rear outputs. So let's get to it. We got to put this transmission in its spot. And then we got to figure out if we got to remove this, move it back, or what, which I already know we have to move it back. So I'm going to get ahead and take apart this whole piece and get it moved. So let's do that. So I was gonna try to film this, but I kept knocking over the camera because for you guys to be able to see it, it had to be right there, and I kept kicking it, so you're gonna see what you get to see. And so this is our bottom mount for the snout of the transmission. And then we're gonna do the rear mount. That bolts back there at those two bolts, and there's another side that has the two bolts as well. That'll mount our transmission, our secondary transmission, and then we'll go to mount the transfer case once we get all the parts and adapters and everything. So I keep forgetting to video, but this was just a straight chunk of tube, exhaust tube. Trying to keep this centered up so it looks kind of clean. Bends up, goes around, and slightly points up because we're gonna do a 4-to-1 into that. So 4-to-1, and then we'll collect it somewhere right in there, and then we'll go to the one pipe down and connect it to there, and then have V-bands for that. So, and then hopefully might do a V-band there, might weld it. I don't know if this pulls out easy. We'll do it just this, but might do V-bands. I don't know. We'll see. Might also have to put a little bend, cut this chunk off, put a little bend in there to bring it over a little bit so it points more towards the middle of the chassis, but I don't know. We'll get an eye on it very, very soon. So My phone was charging, but I couldn't just sit here. So I got this routed. There it is right there. One hanger, hoop, to another hanger, to our little resonator, muffler, whatever you want to call it. This is just an Amazon, so it's not really, you know, labeled in a way. And then to our custom tip. This, ouch, is to mimic Borla's on the cheap man side tip, and that will basically you know, affect the sound waves and give it just a unique tone. So we'll see how that sounds. If I don't like it, I'll change it. It's a good thing it's metal. So transmission's kind of mocked up in place. Can't do anything with transfer case until I get parts. I can do pillow block mount and everything for this, so I might be working on that here soon. And then we'll figure out GM one wire stuff, get the pulley figured out. I had to ask a homie, Jake Berkey. He basically, I was just overthinking it, honestly, which totally understandable. I don't know everything by any means, and I'll never claim that. But he told me basically just kind of keep it the same ratio as factory for the GM one wire, because I was worried about RPM for this thing because it has such a high RPM. I didn't know if over revving or over, you know, spinning it, or you know what I mean. Yeah. So he answered my question. We're good to go. I'm gonna get that dialed and we'll be all ready to rip, and then I can start on doing the interior tubes, getting seats in place, battery located, and all the fun stuff. So let's get out. What's up, guys? So today is a whole nother day. We're gonna be doing the exhaust. So you didn't see me build this little piece, but it's really simple. It's just a, you know, a 90 245s on the end, so it brings it out back on the plane. We're gonna be connecting it down, oh, where is it? To there. So we got to bring the 4 into 1 and then bring it down into there. So let's see if we can get that going. And before we get going, we got to get these cut off and trimmed up, because this is the actual headers from the bike, and this is, you know, actual exhaust tube. So we're adapting to true exhaust tube, so that way I don't have to redo these welds again of silicon bronze, because these were very finicky, and silicon bronze was the only thing I could get to freaking stick and actually hold. So we're gonna rock that and we're gonna get going. 1 3/4 inch, and that will be our main header tubes down to the 2-inch exhaust tube that we have down there. No clue how this is gonna like it, but I like building stuff that's different. Put that fucker on. I didn't know I was gonna do this so long ago. Did it grab? Yep, no, it's chilling. Freaking helmet's not the best to take one in tight spots. Cause the sensor's only in one spot. Oh man. Oh, fuck it. Ooh, pulling it when I first. So we got our tube halfway mocked up and where we need it in place. I'm gonna trace the area that it needs to be cut out on this shorty little header. And you don't want to go to your black line. You just want to get, you know, the majority of it. You gotta make sure you are doing it, you know, semi-correctly. You don't want to be building something that you just know isn't going to be right. Okay? I will pull this off. Yep, that'll merge decent. It's not 110%, but it's 90%. So that'll be good. We'll pull off this whole left bank, and then I'll grind that out. But I'm also going to probably lay a few more tack welds before I get physical with this. So, because I did blow a hole right here on this side, and then I thought I did one on the other side too. But it's not a big deal. I can fix it, weld over it, and then you'll never know. And later on, I probably will have a buddy make me a really nice stainless system for this whole buggy. But we'll see. It might just be this system. You never know. What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be welding up the shorty header for this Kz1000. I did most of it yesterday. I screwed up filming, so didn't get all the content so you guys could see it. Sorry, but there'll be more later on. But you'll get the gist of it. It's just, step one and step two and all the way to step Z. So you guys are gonna see what I got going, and here it is. So we got our 4 down to 2 Ys, which then the Ys then merge right there. Flows pretty good. Comes around to a 3-bolt. We're gonna replace that with a V-band. Comes around. We got 1 of our hangers, 2 of our hangers. We have to add a 3rd one, but we have to wait until we get some more parts and pieces in here and mounted. But we got a little resonator muffler system and then a custom tip. But with that being said, we are going to be welding up the rest of these while they're attached, because I don't have a jig for this and I don't want to make a jig. So we're going to weld them up as much as we can, so that way they don't tweak or warp or move or anything, so we can bolt them up and put them all together, but or take it off and put it back on without anything being wrong. So let's get to it. hopefully it sounds decent. It's still not completely welded up, but